China is a land full of surprises. A place where nature and history come together to create sights so breathtaking they seem almost unreal. Picture mountains that rise like towers into the clouds, rivers so still they reflect the sky, and towns that look like they've been frozen in time. Every corner of this country hides a new wonder places that make you stop, stare, and wonder, how is this even real? But this isn't just a simple trip to China. This is a journey to its hidden wonders. From floating mountains that inspired movies to valleys filled with crystal clear lakes and ancient treasures carved into cliffs. You're about to see the most incredible places this country has to offer. Some of these wonders are so magical they seem straight out of a fantasy, and others hold stories that have been waiting centuries to be told. What's waiting at the end? A place so breathtaking you might not believe it's real. So buckle up, because you won't want to miss a single second of this adventure. Let's dive into China's most breathtaking hidden wonders. Welcome to Beyond the Route. Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, a magical land where mountains touch the sky. Imagine standing in a place where towering stone pillars rise like ancient giants, wrapped in a soft blanket of mist. It feels like stepping into a fantasy world so breathtaking that it inspired the floating mountains of Pandora in Avatar. Zhangjiajie National Forest Park is located in the heart of Hunan Province. This UNESCO World Heritage Site is a true geological masterpiece, known worldwide for its ethereal beauty and jaw-dropping landscapes. It's not just a park. It's an experience that leaves you questioning whether what you're seeing is real or part of a dream. What makes Zhangjiajie so unique is its sandstone pillars, some standing more than 1,000 feet tall. These towering formations were shaped over millions of years by the power of erosion. Wind, rain, and time sculpted the stone into breathtaking natural skyscrapers. And when the fog rolls in, especially in the early morning or after a rainstorm, the pillars appear to float, suspended in the clouds, like something out of a fairy tale. Zhangjiajie isn't just a place to look, it's a place to explore. The Beilong Elevator, the world's tallest outdoor lift, rises more than 1,000 feet along a cliff face, offering panoramic views of the pillars below. It's a ride unlike any other, as you ascend straight through the heart of this majestic landscape. For the brave-hearted, there's the Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge, a sky-high walkway stretching over 1,400 feet across a canyon. Suspended nearly 1,000 feet in the air, walking across the transparent floor feels like walking on air, with the vast cliffs and lush greenery below making it a breathtaking thrill. For hikers and nature lovers, the park is home to trails that lead to viewpoints unlike any you've seen before. Tianzi Mountain offers incredible views of peaks rising like an endless forest of stone, while Zhangjiajie's Avatar Hallelujah Mountain is a must-see spot that looks exactly like its cinematic counterpart. Zhangjiajie's beauty even influenced pop culture. Director James Cameron, inspired by these stunning landscapes, brought them to life in Avatar as the mystical floating mountains of Pandora. This brought global attention to Zhangjiajie, turning it into a dream destination for adventurers and photographers alike. But there's something special about standing here in person. The cool mist on your face, the surreal silence broken only by the sound of wind through the trees, and the sheer size of the cliffs towering above it's a feeling you can't get anywhere else. Zhangjiajie is more than just a destination, it's a place where nature shows its most impressive form. A place where you can stand above the clouds, surrounded by landscapes so magical they defy belief. Would you dare to walk across the glass bridge, or take the elevator straight into the clouds? The Great Wall of China, a symbol of power, history, and human achievement stretching as far as the eye can see. Imagine standing on an ancient path, with stone walls snaking over mountains, valleys, and rugged landscapes disappearing into the horizon. The Great Wall of China, one of the most iconic landmarks in the world, is located in northern China, spanning over 13,000 miles across multiple provinces. Built to protect Chinese states and empires from invasions, this colossal structure is a UNESCO World Heritage Site and a testament to the engineering brilliance of ancient civilizations. The wall, as we know it today, is a combination of sections built during different dynasties, with the most well-preserved areas dating back to the Ming Dynasty, 1368-1644. The materials used vary depending on the region: bricks, tamped earth, and even wood, showing the incredible resourcefulness of its builders. At its highest points, the wall towers over 25 feet and is wide enough to allow soldiers, horses, and supplies to move along its length. What's truly stunning is the visual grandeur of this structure. The Muchenyu section, located just outside Beijing, is one of the most beautiful parts, surrounded by lush forests that change colors with the seasons. In the Badaling section, you'll find sweeping views of the wall climbing over jagged peaks, a sight that leaves visitors in awe of its scale and strength. Here's something you might not know. The wall wasn't built in a single stretch, it was constructed in segments, with watchtowers and fortresses added as defensive strongholds. Some of these towers were used to send smoke signals or light fires, a form of ancient communication that could warn soldiers across vast distances. Walking the Great Wall is like stepping back in time. At sections like Simitai and Jinchanling, the wall remains partially unrestored, offering a more rugged, authentic experience for adventurers. These areas provide a glimpse of the wall's original state, with crumbling stones and weathered watchtowers silently telling stories of battles and resilience. Visiting the wall is a unique experience in every season. In spring and summer, the surrounding hills are lush and green, while in autumn, the landscape transforms into a sea of gold and red leaves. In winter, a light dusting of snow turns the wall into a magical white path, perfect for those seeking quieter, postcard-worthy views. Standing on the Great Wall, it's hard not to feel small compared to its sheer size and history. It's a place that reminds us of what humans are capable of creating and enduring. If you were to visit, which part of this ancient wonder would you explore first? The well-preserved sections full of grandeur, or the rugged, untouched areas rich in mystery? Let us know your choice. Zhangjiajie Valley, a hidden paradise of crystal-clear lakes, cascading waterfalls, and snow-capped peaks. Located in Sichuan Province, Zhangjiajie Valley is a UNESCO World Heritage Site that looks like it was plucked straight out of a fairy tale. What makes this valley so breathtaking is its emerald green and turquoise lakes, known as Haizi, or Sea of Suns by locals. The water is so clear you can see every rock and fallen tree beneath its surface, while mineral deposits give each lake its brilliant color. Surrounded by dense forests and towering mountains, it's no wonder this place is often called heaven on earth. The valley is home to some of China's most stunning waterfalls, like Nuerlang Waterfall, which cascades down nearly 80 feet. In autumn, the landscape transforms into a sea of red, orange, and yellow, creating a magical contrast with the blue waters. If you visit, you can explore the valley's hiking trails or take a shuttle bus to see its highlights, like the famous Five-Flower Lake and the mirror-like Panda Lake. The best time to visit is in autumn, when the colors are at their most vibrant, or in winter, when frozen waterfalls turn the valley into a sparkling wonderland. Zhangjiajie is a place where nature shows off its most beautiful side. Which season would you choose to see this paradise autumn's golden glow, or winter's frozen magic? Mount Ma, Leshan Giant Buddha. Where nature and spirituality come together in perfect harmony. Mount Ma, one of China's 4 sacred Buddhist mountains, rises majestically in Sichuan province, offering stunning views and centuries of spiritual history. Standing at over 10,000 feet, Mount Ma is covered in lush forests, ancient temples, and winding trails that lead to breathtaking viewpoints. At the summit, the Golden Summit, you can witness a sea of clouds spreading below, a view so serene it feels like being on top of the world. The experience becomes even more magical at sunrise, when the sky glows with shades of gold and pink. Nearby, carved into a cliff face where the Minjiang, Dadu, and Qingyi rivers meet, sits the Leshan Giant Buddha. Standing at 233 feet tall, this is the largest stone Buddha statue in the world, created over 1,200 years ago during the Tang Dynasty. It was built to calm the turbulent waters of the river and protect passing sailors, a feat that took decades of devotion and engineering brilliance. Visitors can climb alongside the Buddha, admiring the incredible detail in its hands, face, and feet, or take a boat ride for a full view of this awe-inspiring giant. The combination of Mount Ma's natural beauty and the Leshan Giant Buddha's cultural significance makes this a truly unforgettable experience. If you had to choose, would you climb Mount Imei to see the sunrise, or stand before the Leshan Giant Buddha to feel its grandeur up close? Huangshan Yellow Mountains, a place where nature and art meet, inspiring poets and painters for centuries. Located in Anhui Province, Huangshan, or the Yellow Mountains, is one of China's most breathtaking natural wonders, known for its jagged granite peaks, ancient pines, and shifting seas of clouds. The mountain's granite formations rise to over 6,000 feet, shaped by millions of years of wind and rain. Its peculiar pine trees, like the famous welcome pine, cling to cliffs in seemingly impossible ways, adding to the mountain's mystical beauty. One of the most incredible sights here is the Sea of Clouds, where valleys fill with mist and the peaks appear to float like islands in the sky. For the best views, head to spots like Bright Summit or Lion Peak, where the sun breaking through the clouds will leave you speechless. Huangshan is steeped in culture and history. For centuries, its landscapes have inspired Chinese ink paintings and poetry, becoming a symbol of China's artistic heritage. Even today, its beauty draws travelers, artists, and photographers looking to capture its timeless charm. Exploring Huangshan is an adventure. Ancient stone stairways wind their way up to breathtaking viewpoints like Lotus Peak, while cable cars offer an easier route to the top. After a long day, visitors can relax in Huangshan's natural hot springs, a perfect spot to unwind while surrounded by fresh mountain air and stunning scenery. Each season transforms Huangshan into something new. Spring blooms with wildflowers, summer brings lush greenery, autumn lights the mountains in gold and red, and winter turns the peaks into a snowy wonderland. Standing on Huangshan, surrounded by clouds and silence, It's easy to see why this place has inspired so many. Would you brave the climb to see the sea of clouds at sunrise? Or soak in the hot springs and enjoy the view from below? The Yellow Mountains are breathtaking in every season. In spring, wildflowers bloom, covering the valleys with splashes of color. In summer, the peaks are surrounded by lush greenery, while the sea of clouds appears after summer rains. Autumn brings brilliant red and golden foliage, creating a vibrant contrast against the granite cliffs. And in winter, snow covers the peaks, turning Huangshan into a silent, sparkling wonderland that looks straight out of a painting. Standing at the edge of a viewpoint, watching clouds drift through the valleys and sunlight spill over the peaks, it's impossible not to feel humbled by the sheer beauty of this place. Huangshan is more than just a mountain, it's a masterpiece of time, nature, and culture. Would you challenge yourself to hike the ancient stone stairways to witness the Sea of Clouds? Or take a moment to relax in the hot springs, surrounded by pine trees and misty peaks? Fenghuang Ancient Town. A step back in time to a world of charm, history, and serenity. Located in Hunan Province, Fenghuang, which means Phoenix, is one of China's most enchanting and well-preserved ancient towns. It sits quietly along the Tuojiang River, where its wooden stilt houses, stone-paved streets, and glowing lanterns create an atmosphere that feels frozen in time. Built over 1,300 years ago during the Ming and Qing dynasties, Fenghuang tells the story of traditional Chinese culture blended with influences from the Miao and Tujia ethnic minorities. Its name, inspired by the mythical phoenix, symbolizes rebirth and immortality, a fitting name for a town that has retained its timeless beauty despite centuries of change. The Tuojiang River is the heart of Fenghuang, both physically and spiritually. The river's calm waters reflect the town's iconic Diaojiao Laut traditional wooden stilt houses that seem to float above the water. During the day, you'll see locals going about their daily routines, washing clothes by the riverbanks or fishing from narrow wooden boats. These boats offer visitors a peaceful ride through the town, where you can admire the stunning views of the stilt houses, ancient bridges, and lush hills in the distance. Wandering through Fenghuang's stone-paved alleys is like walking through a living museum. The town is filled with intricate architecture, where every detail tells a story. The Hong Bridge, a covered bridge with a pagoda-style roof, is a must-visit. From here, the view of the stilt houses and the river below is particularly magical, especially at sunset when the town is bathed in golden light. Historic sites are scattered throughout the town. The former residence of Shen Kongwen, one of China's most celebrated writers, showcases the region's deep literary and cultural history. Small temples, ancestral halls, and ancient towers offer glimpses into the traditions of the people who have called Fenghuang home for generations. But Fenghuang isn't just about history, it's a place where traditions are still alive. Local markets buzz with energy, selling handmade silver jewelry, embroidered crafts, and traditional snacks like ginger candy and sticky rice cakes. Artisans work quietly in their shops, creating pieces that have been passed down through their families for centuries. As the sun sets, the town transforms into something even more magical. Red lanterns light up the Daojiaolu, their reflections shimmering on the water, while soft music drifts through the air from riverside tea houses. It's a sight that feels like a scene from an ancient painting as visitors sit back to sip tea or enjoy local dishes while taking in the views of the glowing riverfront. Fenghuang is more than just an ancient town, it's a celebration of China's cultural heritage, natural beauty, and quiet way of life. It's a place where time slows down, where every corner holds a story, and where the simple rhythm of daily life feels like poetry. Would you get lost in its narrow alleys, soaking in the charm of its history? Or take a quiet boat ride at sunset to see the glowing lanterns dance on the river? Yuanyang Rice Terraces, a masterpiece carved into the earth by human hands over generations. Located in Yunnan province, the Yuanyang Rice Terraces are one of China's most spectacular landscapes, stretching across mountainsides like endless rippling waves. For over 1,300 years, the Han people have sculpted this breathtaking wonder, creating a perfect harmony between humans and nature. The terraces cover more than 40,000 acres, cascading down steep hills like giant steps. Each level is a pool of water reflecting the sky, creating a surreal mosaic of colors, light, and shadow. During sunrise and sunset, the terraces transform into a shimmering mirror, reflecting golden, red, and purple hues that look almost unreal. Photographers and travelers from all over the world visit to capture this ever-changing masterpiece, truly one of the most photogenic places on Earth. The Han people, an ethnic minority in China, have lived here for centuries, mastering the art of rice farming in this mountainous terrain. Their terraced fields are not just beautiful, they are essential for survival, carefully designed to conserve water and soil. The terraces are watered through an intricate system of canals and natural springs, showcasing the ingenuity and wisdom passed down through generations. What makes Yuanyang so magical is how the seasons transform the landscape. From November to April, the fields are filled with water, turning the terraces into vast glassy mirrors reflecting the sky above. In May, young green rice shoots begin to sprout, covering the hills with a fresh, vibrant green. By September, the terraces turn golden as the rice ripens, creating a rolling sea of gold under the sun. No matter the season, the view is nothing short of mesmerizing. Exploring the terraces is like stepping into a living painting. The village of Duoyishu is one of the best spots to witness the sunrise. As the first light hits the water-filled terraces, they glow with a mix of gold, pink, and purple, creating an unforgettable spectacle. For sunset, the viewpoint at Lao Huzui Tiger Mouth offers dramatic angles of the terraces as they melt into the colors of the evening sky. Beyond the terraces, the villages around Yuanyang are just as fascinating. Traditional Han houses, made of earth and wood, are shaped like mushrooms and blend seamlessly with the landscape. Visiting these villages allows you to experience the unique culture of the Han people, who celebrate their deep connection to the land through festivals, music, and art. One of the most famous traditions is the Han Long Street Feast, a celebration of community and harvest. During this event, hundreds of tables are lined up along the village streets, and families gather to share food, stories, and laughter. It's a reminder that these terraces are not just a tourist destination, they are part of a living, thriving culture. Standing at the edge of the Yuanyang rice terraces, it's easy to feel awestruck. The sheer scale of the landscape, the intricate patterns etched into the hills, and the centuries of tradition behind it all make this place one of China's greatest wonders. If you were to visit Yuanyang, would you wake up early to see the sunrise set the terraces aglow, or explore the villages to learn the traditions behind this incredible landscape? Skyline and the Lai River. A journey through one of the most breathtaking and iconic landscapes in all of China. Located in Guangxi province, the Li River winds for over 80 kilometers between the cities of Guilin and Yangshuo, carving its way through a surreal world of limestone peaks, misty hills, and lush greenery. This natural wonder has inspired artists, poets, and travelers for centuries, earning it a reputation as one of the most beautiful river journeys in the world. The Li River is famous for its karst mountains, towering formations shaped by millions of years of erosion. These peaks rise dramatically from the riverbanks, their sharp, rugged silhouettes softened by mist that clings to the valleys in the early morning. It's no surprise this otherworldly landscape has been compared to a Chinese painting brushstrokes of mountains, trees, and reflections perfectly mirrored on the calm surface of the water. In fact, this very view is immortalized on China's 20 yuan banknote, a testament to its cultural importance and timeless beauty. The best way to experience the Li River is by taking a boat cruise from Guilin to Yangshuo, a journey that typically lasts 4,005 hours. As you glide along the river, you'll pass by some of its most iconic landmarks, each with poetic names and stories of their own. The Nine Horses Fresco Hill, for example, is a massive cliff where the weathered rock patterns resemble the shapes of galloping horses. Another highlight is Yellow Cloth Shoal, where the water is so still and clear that the surrounding mountains create a flawless reflection, almost as if two worlds are meeting. The charm of the Li River doesn't stop at its natural beauty. The river is also a window into rural Chinese life that has remained unchanged for generations. You'll see fishermen navigating the waters on traditional bamboo rafts, some practicing the ancient art of cormorant fishing. This fascinating technique involves trained cormorant birds diving into the water to catch fish, with the fishermen guiding them patiently under the soft glow of lanterns in the evening. Water buffalo graze lazily along the riverbanks, while small villages sit quietly among the hills, their ancient stone homes blending seamlessly into the landscape. At the end of the cruise lies Yangshuo, a charming town surrounded by towering karst peaks and lush countryside. Yangshuo has become a popular destination for travelers looking to immerse themselves in this stunning region. Here, you can rent a bicycle and explore winding paths through rice paddies, orange groves, and hidden villages, with the mountains always looming in the background. For those looking for a view they'll never forget, hiking up to Shanghai Hill or Moon Hill offers a panoramic perspective of the river as it winds through the peaks below. Sunrise and sunset from these spots are magical, with the golden light spilling across the landscape and turning the mist into a soft, glowing haze. But the Li River is more than just a destination. It's a symbol of peace and natural beauty that has been celebrated for centuries. The region has inspired countless Chinese ink paintings and poems, capturing its tranquil waters, mysterious peaks, and the harmony between people and nature. Even today, artists and photographers continue to flock here, drawn to the timeless allure of the river and the storybook scenery that surrounds it. Whether you're floating silently on the river, watching reflections dance on the water, or standing atop a hill with the entire valley spread out before you, the Li River is a place that feels both humbling and enchanting. It's no wonder travelers call it a must-see in China, a journey that stays in your heart long after you've left. If you were here, would you take a peaceful cruise to watch the mist rise over the Karst Mountains, or climb to a viewpoint to see the river's beauty unfold beneath you? Shanghai skyline and the Bund, a city where the past meets the future in the most spectacular way. Located on the banks of the Huangpu River, Shanghai's skyline is one of the most iconic in the world, blending futuristic skyscrapers with the timeless charm of its historic waterfront, known as the Bund. On one side of the river lies Pudong, the modern heart of Shanghai, where towering structures define the city's ambition and innovation. The Shanghai Tower, standing at 2,073 feet, is the tallest building in China and the second tallest in the world. Its twisting design seems to reach for the sky, while the nearby Oriental Pearl Tower with its unique sphere shaz become a symbol of the city. At night, these buildings light up in dazzling displays, reflecting off the river in a show of color and energy that feels almost unreal. On the opposite bank is the Bund, a historic promenade lined with grand buildings from Shanghai's colonial past. These architectural masterpieces, built in the early 20th century, showcase styles like Baroque, Gothic, and Art Deco, offering a striking contrast to Pudong's modern skyline. Walking along the Bund feels like stepping back in time, with sweeping views of the futuristic skyscrapers just across the Riviera, perfect snapshot of old meeting new. The best way to experience Shanghai's skyline is during a night cruise on the Huangpu River. As the boat glides through the water, you'll see the city transform into a glowing wonderland, with the buildings of Pudong illuminated in a kaleidoscope of lights. The reflections shimmer on the water, creating a view that's as magical as it is unforgettable. For those looking for an even better perspective, heading to an observation deck is a must. The Shanghai Tower's observation deck, located on the 118th floor, offers panoramic views of the entire city from above the clouds. From here, you can see the vast urban sprawl of Shanghai stretching to the horizon, with the Huangpu River winding its way through the heart of it all. During the day, the Bund takes on a different charm. The wide promenade is filled with people taking in the views, jogging, or capturing photos of the skyline. Street vendors offer traditional snacks, while historic landmarks like the Customs House and the Peace Hotel stand as reminders of the city's rich history. Shanghai's skyline is more than just a collection of buildings. It's a symbol of progress, innovation, and the city's unstoppable energy. It's a place where the old and the new exist in perfect harmony, creating a view that feels both inspiring and unforgettable. If you were here, would you admire the skyline from a river cruise at night, or rise above it all from the Shanghai Tower's observation deck? Tianzi Mountain in Zhangjiajie, a place where mountains rise like ancient pillars into the clouds, creating a landscape straight out of a fantasy. Located in the Hunan province, within the famous Zhangjiajie National Forest Park, Tianzi Mountain offers some of the most stunning and surreal views in China. It's no wonder this spot has become a magnet for photographers, adventurers, and anyone seeking a glimpse of nature's raw beauty. What makes Tianzi Mountain so breathtaking are its towering sandstone peaks, which seem to float in the mist. Rising to over 4,100 feet above sea level, these jagged stone pillars are a result of millions of years of erosion. The name Tianzi, which means son of heaven, was inspired by a local leader who led a rebellion here during the Ming Dynasty and declared himself ruler. Standing among these formations, you can't help but feel a sense of wonder, as the mist weaves through the peaks, making them look like islands suspended in the sky. One of the most magical experiences here is taking the Tianzi Mountain cable car. As you ascend, the panoramic views open up to reveal an endless sea of peaks stretching into the horizon. The ride feels like a slow-motion journey into another world, with each turn offering a new perspective of the towering stone formations cloaked in clouds. At the top, several viewpoints provide some of the best scenery in the entire Zhangjiajie area, especially during sunrise or after rain, when the mist is at its most dramatic. For those looking to explore on foot, Hilong Park, located at the summit, is a great starting point. From here, trails lead to observation decks where you can gaze out over the sea of stone pillars, each shaped uniquely by time and nature. One of the most famous spots is the Imperial Brush Peak, where the rock formations resemble brushes pointing toward the sky, as if painted by a divine artist. Tianzi Mountain's beauty is stunning year-round. In spring, the peaks are surrounded by blooming wildflowers, adding splashes of color to the misty scene. In summer, the lush greenery covers the stone towers, creating a vibrant and lively landscape. Autumn brings golden hues and crisp skies, while winter transforms the mountains into a silent wonderland, with snow covering the peaks like a dusting of powdered sugar. Interestingly, these otherworldly landscapes served as an inspiration for the floating mountains of Pandora in the movie Avatar. Director James Cameron and his team drew heavily from Zhangjiajie's dramatic scenery, and visitors often say it feels like stepping into the movie itself. Whether you're taking in the views from a cable car, exploring the scenic trails, or standing on a lookout as the clouds drift between the peaks, Tianzi Mountain is a place that leaves an unforgettable impression. Would you brave the heights for a ride on the cable car? Or wait patiently for the perfect shot of the peaks emerging from the mist? Victoria Peak in Hong Kong. The best view in Hong Kong, where the city's dazzling skyline meets the calm beauty of its harbor. Known locally as The Peak, Victoria Peak is the highest point on Hong Kong Island, standing at 1,811 feet. From here, you get an unforgettable panoramic view of the city's glittering skyscrapers, Victoria Harbor, and the green hills that surround it. The journey to Victoria Peak is just as spectacular as the destination itself. The Peak Tram, one of the oldest funicular railways in the world, takes you up the steep mountainside in just a few minutes. As you ascend, the views gradually open up, with the skyline tilting dramatically alongside you, creating an exciting and unique experience. It's no wonder this ride has been a favorite for visitors since it opened in 1888. At the top, you'll find the Sky Terrace 428, the highest observation platform in Hong Kong. From this spot, the view is breathtaking at any time of day. During the day, you'll see the city's iconic skyline stretching all the way to the mountains of Kowloon in the distance, with boats moving lazily across Victoria Harbor. But at night, the scene transforms into something magic. Skyscrapers light up with brilliant colors, and their reflections dance across the water, creating one of the most dazzling nighttime views in the world. What's even more special is the Symphony of Lights, a nightly show where buildings across the harbor light up in perfect harmony. Standing on Victoria Peak during this show gives you the perfect front row seat to Hong Kong's skyline as it comes alive with music, lasers, and lights. For those who love exploring, Victoria Peak offers much more than just views. The Lugard Road Trail is a scenic path that loops around the peak, giving visitors quieter, equally stunning perspectives of the city and the lush greenery of the surrounding mountains. It's an easy walk and perfect for anyone looking to enjoy the view away from the crowds. Victoria Peak is also a great place to relax and unwind. You'll find charming cafes, restaurants, and shops where you can grab a bite to eat or a souvenir to remember your visit. Sitting at a table overlooking the skyline with a cup of tea or coffee in hand feels like the perfect way to enjoy the view. Hong Kong's Victoria Peak is more than just a viewpoint. It's a symbol of the city itself, a mix of modern energy, natural beauty, and timeless charm. Whether you ride the historic Peak Tram, walk along the scenic trails, or simply take in the glowing skyline from the Sky Terrace, Victoria Peak offers an experience you'll never forget. If you had the chance to visit, would you enjoy the view during the golden light of sunset, or stay to see the city sparkle under the night sky? China's hidden wonders leave us in awe, but there's more waiting to be discovered. If you were amazed by today's landscapes, imagine the futuristic beauty and architectural marvels of Dubai. In our previous video, we explored its incredible skyline, man-made islands, and luxurious wonders that defy imagination. Click now and continue the journey. Which of China's wonders was your favorite? Let us know in the comments.